Hello everybody, welcome back to a new video. In today's video, I'm going to go over the gift card items for April of 2022 on Roblox. So yeah, let's get started. So first off, I just want to point out that these gift cards will not be available until April 1st. So if you have a card and you do want to get these items, you have to wait until April 1st before you are actually able to get these items. So I just want to make that clear so that people aren't confused. So from now until April 1st, you will still be able to get the March items if you still have not gotten those, but these will become available on the 1st of April. So the theme this month is spring, as it usually is. They have some reused items, some retextures, and some new items as well. So they have a pretty good mix of all different kinds of items to go for. So I'm going to start off with the reused items as usual, and we do have 8 over here, and there are some stores that don't have items this month again, so if there is something else that is added, I will definitely make a part 2 or add an updated comment in the comment section. And all these were gift card items previously. There were Roblox items that just came back as gift cards. They were all obtainable previously as gift card items. So first up over here with lamb scarf. This one's pretty cool. It's just a nice little white scarf with a little lamb head and tail on the bottom of it. If you do want to get this one, you can get it from Game in April 2022. And this is how it looks like on character. You can definitely see that it was made for that blocky package, but it still looks pretty nice on other characters as well. Next up, we have floral cap. This one's pretty simple. It's just a cap with some floral texture on it, and it has a little silver triangle in the front, which is pretty interesting. If you do want to get this one, you can get it from Walgreens in the United States. And this is how it looks like on a character. It looks pretty fun. You can definitely make some nice outfits with this cap. Now next up over here is a pretty popular gift card item that has been reused before, I'm pretty sure. So this is geometric bunny ears. It looks pretty great. It has over 10,000 favorites, which is pretty rare for a gift card item, honestly. And I think previously it was available in the United States, so now it's traveling the water in the United Kingdom, where it's available in Sainsbury's. And if you do wear them, this is how it looks like a character. It looks pretty big, so you can definitely wear some hats and still see the item. Next up here, we have Sparting scarf. This one's pretty cool as well. It's a nice little green scarf with some grass coming out of it and some little flowers as well. And if you want to get this one, you get it from WH Smith in the United Kingdom. And this one, similarly to the other scarf, was made for the blocky package, but I think it still looks pretty nice on this one, and there's definitely room for combinations with this. Now next up here is spring duck hat. This one looks a bit creepy, honestly, but if you want to make a duck or chick outfit, I would say this is a pretty good one. It's a whole head for you. And if you do want to get this one, you can get it from Smith Toys. And if you do wear it over here, it goes right over the head, so you can definitely make a nice little outfit if you do have clothing that matches it. Next up here, we have honeycomb shades. This is definitely made for kind of bee outfits. If you have any matching honeycomb items that would go well with this, this is pretty cool. And if you do want to get this one, you can get it from Big W in Australia. So if you're a Big W, you can get this one. And if you do wear this one, this is how it looks like on a character. It looks pretty big, I would say, but I think it's more with the regular head and not a woman or man head. But overall, I still think it looks pretty nice. Now next up over here, we have Evil Duck Visor. I think this is one that people are going to definitely like. It's based off the Evil Duck, which is a very popular item. Unfortunately, has not released in quite a while. But this visor version of it did get reused, and you can get it from JB Hi-Fi in Australia and New Zealand. This is how it looks like on a character when you do wear it. Basically, how you would expect the visor to look. It looks pretty nice. And lastly, for the reused items, so far we have Blooming Crown right over here. This is definitely one of my favorites. I think it looks very nice. It has a pretty cool flower pot color. It has some red flowers, and it has a white flower in the center. If you do want to get this one, you get it from Woolworths in Australia. And if you do wear right over here, you can see it's very big, it's very extravagant, and you can definitely make some really nice outfits with this one. So this is definitely one of my favorites. So those are the reused items. If there are more, I would definitely let you guys know once again. But now it's time to move on to the new items. So right over here, we do actually have 9 new items. Some of them are retextures, some of them aren't. Right over here, we do have gardening hat. This one's pretty cool. I think this would sit over the head, and I think it's a really nice one. It's one of my favorites as well from this wave so far. It has the flower, it has the gardening tool, and it looks pretty nice. And if you do want to get this, you can get it from Walmart or our East Day stores in April. Next up over here, we have Friendly Bee Pal. The image is kind of broken over here, but this is how it would look like. And if you do want to get this one, you can get it from GameStop or eBay Games. So this one's definitely going to be one of the more popular ones, as GameStop definitely gets quite a few sales for gift cards. And I did see this one on a character, and it sits on top of the head, so keep that in mind if you do want to get this one. Now next up over here, we have a Spiky Caterpillar backpack. I'm not sure how this would look on a character. It says the backpack, so I'm assuming it would just sit on the back. So if that's something that you like, then this is something to get. And if you do want to get this one, you can get it from CVS in the United States. Next up over here, we have Daffodil Top Hat. This is a really creative take on a top hat. It has the flower on the bottom. It has a kind of jug flower on top of it to create the top hat shape. And I think this is a really nice item. I would definitely say the daffodil sunglasses are a great matching item, which we'll go over soon. And you can get this from Best Buy in the United States. And this is what I was talking about, daffodil sunglasses. I think these would match really well with the top hats. I think they are definitely made to go together. And if you do want to get this item, you can get it from Select Merchants. And basically what Select Merchants is if you have a store that sells Roblox gift cards, but that store name is not in any of the item descriptions. For example, we have Kroger right over here, which is not in any of the item descriptions. None of the items say get this item when you redeem a card from Kroger. You would get the Select Merchants instead. And that could be true for every store that sells the gift cards right over here. 7-Eleven, once again, doesn't have any item specific for that. Family Dollar, Safeway, so there are a lot of stores that sell gift cards, but they do not have an item specific for that store. So hopefully that makes sense, and if you have any other questions, I will try to answer them in the comment section as well. Now next up here, we have Garden Gnomes. This is a front accessory, so I assume these would go on the floor in front of you, and they look pretty nice, and it's pretty rare that we get a front accessory kind of like this, where they would sit on the floor in front of you. That is mostly just a thing that you just see. Items have started, so it's pretty cool to see them translate over to the Roblox items, and if you do want to get this one, you can get it from Target United States, so this is also going to be a very popular one for this month. The next up over here, we have Yellow Tulip. I think this is a pretty cool one. It has a similar flower to the gardening hat, so that could be a cool accessory to match with this one. I think it looks pretty nice. I assume that this would sit on top of the head, and if you do want to get this, you can get it from Costco. The next up over here, we have a gray worm hat, and I'm not sure how this one is going to actually look on a character. It looks pretty interesting. Not sure what this little rectangle at the top right over here is, so this could look very interesting on a character. We'll just have to see when it comes out, and if you do want to get this one, you can get it from Aldi. The next up over here is the retexture for this month, which is the Pastel Spring Gladiator. It is a retexture of the Gladiator items that were both gift cards actually. With right over here we have the Fall Gladiator, and we have this Snowflake Centaurian helmet, which isn't exactly a part of this series, but I think it looks pretty similar to them, so there could be a cool winter alternative to those. And we have the Spring Gladiator, which it is a retexture of, so all three of these were gift cards, and they're deciding to make another variant of it. And I would say this is more of a spring version rather than this one. I think this one fits more with summer, so that means you can use these all for different seasons. This one would be summer, this one would be fall, this one would be winter, and this one would be the spring one. So I think it looks really great. I love the colors on it. The pink and blue go really well together, and if you do want to get this one, you can get it from Dollar General. So those are the reused items and the new items for the gift cards in Roblox in April. Once again, if there are more, which I'm pretty sure there are, I haven't seen Petro Canada yet, and that has been one that they have done recently, so if there are more that are missing, I will definitely let you guys know in the comment section. But yeah, that's so much to do. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.